YouTube, hey, top of the day, top of the day, top of the day. Jedi Knight 55, the late bloomer trucker, just wanted to say greetings, top of the day, broadcasting from the house, and wanted to work a little harder, and I want to apologize to the few viewers that I have, and I see how the big timers in the YouTube industry are moving ahead. You really got to be consistent with the video publishing, and I just don't have that certain momentum and discipline. And I'm working on that, so please accept my apologies. This is Jedi Knight again. Jedi Knight 55, late bloomer trucker. So I wanted to touch base and let you know how things are going with me. Right now I'm at the house, and I wanted to just let you know my truck is in the shop again. And I've had some good conversations with my wife in terms of trucking and planning. And I don't have a big announcement right now. Right now I'm in a holding pattern as to evaluating the truck, the longevity of this truck, and what is going to work best for me if I want to continue trucking. So, I had a good conversation with my uncle down in Tennessee. I don't want to give his name out. He's been in the business 35 plus years, and he owns his own outfit and got trucks leased on to him. He's doing really well in the flatbedding industry, and I just love talking to him. Very encouraging, and I don't want to put his business out there, but I appreciate him very much, and maybe one day I'll ask him if he don't mind me sharing his name, but I'm going to leave his name anonymous right now. But I talked to him now. He's like my mentor, and then I'll talk to my buddy with Stevens Transport, Dewey. I know he doesn't mind, so he is doing very well over there. Talked to him at 4 o'clock this morning while I was running errands. I'm up at 4 this morning, so I still got the trucker blood running. I'm looking to get on the road, hopefully within another week or so. But anyway, I like to title this video, Honesty and Transparency. And, I always say as truckers, I'm sure on the women's side, they probably have their certain level of pride too, dealing with the equipment and in this industry. The industry is very demanding. And so with the demands of the industry, the equipment has to be like a marriage. You have to have good equipment to have success. And to have good success, I believe you have to have reliable equipment, but then you also have to have the discipline to do the job effectively, getting proper rest, getting your loads delivered, getting unloaded, and the turnaround time of you getting the next load. And that's where it is. Reliable equipment, and then you with a decent outfit that you can turn those pickup and deliveries around in an efficient amount of time to get the next load. And I've gotten, to talk to Casanova off and on quite a bit in the very beginning, before I got deep into trucking. And then, as I mentioned, my conversations picked up with others. I believe Casanova I'm not sure if he's retired now, but I talked to others about the business and the trucking equipment, Steve and Jeffrey, and got some good tidbits from them, as well as 404 Trucker. So, this is where things are with me. I'm in a stage in my life where I'm not so much of, I came out of business after working for so many years as a child, as a kid, newspaper routes, working on the farm at my grandfather's in the Carolinas for many years, and then taking on jobs, working as a teenager, delivering pizza, working in different jobs over the summer, and then working for my dad. He started his business later in his life, and I worked for him for a number of years. And then my brother and I worked in business, and then I went back into construction for a little while in business, and then came trucking, and my life just totally did a 180 in terms of the industry change. And I fell in love with trucking. I enjoy the equipment. I enjoy being out on the road. I enjoy traveling. I asked my wife if she'll tell you I love to travel. Don't necessarily mean I have to go way to the West Coast like I used to, but I can run the Northeast and be satisfied. I just love trucking. Love the trucking, all the trucking brings to the table. And I believe I can have a success at it, but I'm going to have to do things a little different. And being honest and transparent about what works best for me, because now after driving for the company for a few years and then being independent, the independent streak is getting very, very, very challenging with the repairs and the maintenance. Yeah, if I had purchased a different type of truck, maybe things could have been different. But I don't believe that now I can continue to beat a dead horse. The best thing to do is you be honest with yourself, swallow your pride, and reevaluate. Now, if you got a partner, you're married, my wife and I talk to her, and I have to welcome the feedback about finances and all those good things. And I thank God for her. She's been a blessing. And I'm getting to listen to a lot more now in the latter stages, because now when you have to share in the good as well as the bad, you have to make sure that there's equal communication about what's going on, and being transparent, and just swallowing the pride and say, hey, look, I'm overwhelmed, I need help, blah, 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 and find the way to do what you got to do with the least amount of tools to have success. So that's where things are. I'll share more about transitioning, not out of trucking, but just transitioning maybe from this truck, and what would be the next move and the best move for me and my family. And I'm going to work a little hard at the videos. I'm going to continue to pump the videos out. I can't commit to daily posting, but I'll try to do a few more this week around the house. I'm doing some things around the house, getting organized, and I did the yard work the last time I came home. I think I got some video on that. So I'll share a little more, try to at least commit to weekly posting. And then from there, I'll try to do a few during the week. And then I'll share with you about transitioning. I'll, again, always give my story about where I got started. I'll include some pictures as well as video shots, so you'll kind of see the different pieces of equipment that I've been acquainted with in my journey in trucking. And I hope that you take this ride with me. And what is Jedi? My real name is Michael, or Mike. What is my long-term goal in trucking? And I'm glad you asked that question, because I'm going to answer it. My short-term, long-term goal is to continue to do the job, store away the nest egg, add to the retirement, continue to watch my grandson grow and the kids further grow, and love and support, more importantly, my parents as well as my siblings, and more importantly, my wife, to continue to go forward and build what we started together, and make the best of it with the least amount of tools, the least amount of liability, and the least amount of debt. Spend other people's money, or you make it as that you use other people's money to make it, and in the legal way, in the most right way to do it. Keep a good work ethic, keep a good attitude, even in the midst of this administration and what's going on on Capitol Hill. I put everything in the hands of God with that. And I'm going to continue to be a good person and a good citizen and be a good steward and try to take care of the things that I've been blessed with. My wife and I, I'm sure we agree with that, and I'll leave it at that to make the best of it. I talk to a lot of 70, 80-year-old guys, and they call me a young cat. And part two, that was a station break. That was my wife calling, checking on me. And so I'm getting ready to go run some errands. You guys have a great day. And maybe I'll catch some footage. I'll go past the Jessup truck stop and do a drive-by. I won't do a drive-by of my wife's job, but I'll do a drive-by of Jessup truck stop. And that's kind of like, I just wanted to share that with you. I've come to grips and terms with my situation, and we're going to regroup, and I have a plan in place, and I'm excited about that. And I need a breath of fresh air, and we'll take it from there. So with that being said, you have a good day, and y'all be good, be safe, make money. As I mentioned, enjoy your tours, share the road, and just try to be good citizens. That's where I left off at. And even in the midst of these turmoil times, and we don't want war. We don't want chaos. We don't want what do you call it? Dissension and separation and division. We don't want those things. We want to love on people, share, be respectful of our fellow Americans and people overseas or foreigners and all that. But we want to take care of the land that God has blessed us with. There's a lot of history regardless to the U.S. and the tribal parts and the African parts and the Anglo-Saxons and the Europeans and all of that, and the Irish and God bless us to share this land together. So with that being said, like I said, being honest and transparent with yourself and with your family, your friends, and the people in general. If you don't like something or like some certain person say, you find a way to deliver it, but you're not to the point where there's hatred and evilness and all those things. And that's not the way life is supposed to go. We are created as people to be relative. We're created to have relationship. Not all the time, it's everybody smiling and joking and all that, because everybody's got something going on and their different belief systems in place. So I believe still being honest and transparent with yourself and with others and make the place a better place to live. And in trucking, be honest. If you're in a situation financially and you're independent and this is taking you to another situation, you got to regroup and find a way to make it. And I'll just leave this with you as a hint. Sometimes being independent, it has its good and bad points, and sometimes relying on a good company outfit has its good points too. Because some of the old guys told me that I talked to, the company drivers, they love it because they don't have the responsibility of getting their truck fixed, and the only thing they do is drive and make their money and go home. So, you have to weigh the pros and the cons. All right, have a good day. This is Jedi Knight 55, Late Bloomer Trucker, and I will see you later. See ya.